So today we're starting a session a little later today. We've hardly slept throughout the night because we were silly enough to have so much sweet meat before going to sleep that the sugar didn't allow me to sleep. Okay, so anyway, um, today is the 15th of July 2025. It is a Tuesday. We're starting in the afternoon after having done our prayers and having had our lunch. Everything's over. So we can comfortably do this session for a little while. Okay, so it is Venus, Rahu, and Mars. Little volatile in the Venus and Mars department, mixed with Rahu. So we have already checked off camera. We will again do so on camera. We didn't check too much, we just checked a little. Hi, so I checked with you off the camera a little while ago, like 2 minutes ago. I'm going to repeat the questions that I asked. First and foremost, I didn't ask you, are you file name cat? Is Mr. JAYA.ADVANI with you? Kanaya Lal, Hukumat Rai, Gurmukh Das Advani is with you. Mr. Hukumat Rai Gurmukh Das Advani is with you. Kalavati Hukumat Rai Advani is with you. Parpati Sadrangani is with you. Ramchand Sadrangani is with you. You are Varsha Advani. Okay, I've just formed something on the table out of the Scrabble throw, which is why I asked you. Malti, who was married to Prem uncle. Prem being the brother of Manik uncle, married to Kamlu auntie, the Hiranandanis, whose family looked after Dadi, Kalavati Hukumat Rai Gurmukh Das Advani. Are they all with you? Nari Shahani and Saroj Shahani are with you? Kishore Shahani and Maya Shahani are with you? So they've all moved into the afterlife? They're all with you? Okay, there is something that needs to be put into place when it comes to Malti auntie. PC has named her daughter Malti. PC knows SL. She knows what they did with the widowed Malti auntie when Prem uncle passed away. Was that one of the first few houses that had problems in the asset division? But more so on the back of miscreants entering into that household, not on the back of the original Advanis or the original Sindhi, Sindhi, from Hyderabad, Sindh of today, but during Hindustan days. Not because any of those actually misbehaved. The ones who did the shape-shifting and stole are not even remotely connected, other than being hired as domestic help at our homes, employed to work on a salary in our homes. It is that background that shape-shifted and grabbed and played filthy. Okay, so now we will turn to the reading. Come on, you're too great. You're too damn bloody great. Come on, no time for the bullshit. Now, any which ways, what we're going to be doing this, I think they went and screwed around in some Jeru's house too. don't know who Jeru is. What I've decided to do is so that you realize that we are not messing around. And all the letters are on the are shown on camera. I will be putting in the throw in between so that you can check if all these things are together. But anyway, this is a very important topic. We spoke about Malti before also. She is, I think, Malti Hiranandani. I know that Kamlu auntie, who used to be part of my mom's Satya Sai Baba organization, you know, what used to be at Sriniketan and the grounds at our home, Pushpakunj. She was from Nepensi Road organization, but because my mom is her in-law and my mom was the convener for our area, she used to come and visit for my dadi, and so she would even drop in with the other Sindhis for some of the bhajans if they are being held at Pushpakun, Shantiniketan, Sriniketan mostly. Okay, so they are Hiranandanis. Malti is her sister-in-law. They live in Nepensi Road. They were doing very well in export business. Yes, Kamlu auntie and Manik uncle, Kamlu Manik Hiranandani, were living in Devi Bhavan building. They were a childless couple. These guys were their in-laws, as in Prem uncle is the brother, and so she's married over there, and Kamlu auntie and Malti are sister-in-laws. Point is, this lady was harassed a lot, but not from within our Sindhi setup. The one who harassed her is very much over here. I don't know if it was to do with getting a non-objection certificate for the sale of some property, because they did that with me also. They steal on the back of it. They have stolen even over here. I want to know who in government of India is supporting stealing. Shameless theft. If you can support biometricing by a criminal, ATS, RSS, Enforcement Directorate people, and wearing the ET of the ED and making everything like a cheap joke, then who are you? Surely not one of the three rats. Rocky, Agnello, Tony Fernandez, and one sister called Mew, who has come to my house to do cleaning also, because I could see Fernandez, Rosie Fernandez's face, ET on that Kamali Bai's face. Once it was, not once, a couple of times, Marathi Kamali Bai. On a couple of other occasions between the end of 2022 to the end of 2024. In this very same house, apartment on the 18th floor. You think everything's a bloody joke? You grab so you think money is easy to grab and make money, is it? For those who do business know how difficult it is to earn every bloody penny. तुमको अभी दिखाते हैं सही तरीके से. So according to me, one of the three rats. According to me, Agnello Fernandez is in Chile, playing the role of Mr. Kiran Merchant. Rocky Fernandez in the Indian Parliament. Whether he has shapeshifted for SM, he stayed at Fern's residency, run off to Tamil Nadu, or shapeshifting for the PM is anybody's guess. Or hang around these society grounds, or outside of it? Because my reading says the Fernandeses have come and gone from this location. Always messing around. With whose permission? And taken whose name? Tony Fernandes, according to me, is the augur at America. Agnello Fernandes, South America. He has shapeshifted for SM Krishna. Refuses to call him SM Krishna. SM तेरा बाप है क्या? If you're talking about the chief minister for 2 terms at Karnataka, he's Mr. SM Krishna. Not your relative. इसने कुछ कांडी आई थिंक सिंगापुर के अंदर किया है, सैन फ्रांसिस्को में भी शायद किया है. But most important is Malti auntie. She was a widow of a very rich man, 2 brothers who were doing well in the export business from the, I don't know, 50s, 60s itself. I told you that according to me the augur was looking like in that song Dushman Mera in Dawn 2, where PC is doing the cat dance with the snake python. So in that I was saying the face over there is looking like it is SRL, except SRL is dead, murdered, 1995 end. It is the Fernandeses who have been spreading themselves thin, 4 of them. Today I believe one is in North America, the other one is South America. I believe this has got to do with the South American guy, the one who is in Chile. We don't have Chile over here, we have CILE. But anyway, we will see that later on. Also, you keep talking about Sanatan Dharma, right? तो चिली में एक कंट्री है, एक कंट्री नहीं है, एक स्टेट है, सिटी है, इट्स कॉल्ड सनहैटन, SANHATTEAN or EN, because you like playing with words, right? South America has lots of crime and lots of pockets of poverty. Let's hope you haven't played this filthy game in India, screwing so many people over, shameless enough to wear the ED's ET, biometric yourself to so many people in the RSS and the ATS. I'll show you Sanatan. और सनातन धर्म तुम्हारे लिए. Okay, I hope you understood it. I got plenty of holders. ये टूटे दूसरा कुछ है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. तेरा जो घटिया आत्मा है वो जर्नी अब जो कीड़ा मकोड़ा जाके बने तेरे नए घर में, कमाया हुआ घर, तू उसका सोच. Don't bother about the rest of them. There are 500, 600 people who were murdered unceremoniously from the higher realms, stolen from, who contributed to the well-being just by doing their dharma associated by their birth, which was business. Including my father, a paper trader. तुमने हमको बेनाम बोला है. You have lied about where you worked. You lied about your employer's children. Mine is a small setup, only 500 to 600 people. Like us, I don't know who else is there in the higher realms. They are waiting to now bring you to book. Your highest netting is done by my mother. Widowed Mrs. Anita Kiran Narottam Das Merchant, who you have taken with you to Chile, pretending to be Mr. Kiran Merchant. She doesn't know in her this human form that you are not Kiran Merchant, but she's guessing your company is not good. But did you bring me and Varsha shape-shifting in front of her, portray us in very poor light, leaving her with an idea that her children are no good and will not keep her. On the back of it, did you get her to join you and take her wherever you've taken her? Rats! She truly believes that Jaya and Varsha are not good. My sister Varsha says they did the same thing with her, but she realized what they were doing. She refused to believe them. That is because Varsha and I have spent a lot of time growing up at Jaswal together. My mom was living in Lonavala with the real Mr. Kiran Narottam, let's just say late Mr. Kiran Narottam Das Merchant. So maybe she didn't realize it. Plus my sister did some shape-shifting. I don't think my mother has done shape-shifting. So she can't even imagine that people can do that. Isn't that how you played it? Anyway, she's still alive. She's supposed to exit by the year end. December 2025. Or January 26. Her biggest achievement is netting you and your entire network worldwide. Who is Jeru? I have no idea. But the NOC is like what they did with us also. But luckily I had a very nice lawyer from our Sindhi community only. And thanks to him, I guess, the first deal went out pretty smoothly and nicely. But they tried all these tricks also. This is the lot that has grabbed my property papers, breaking into my locker. When I was very sick, either in 2016 end or 2017 and 18, did they need the money selling the shares, and that would be done by the Fernandeses, nobody else, so that they could move to South America? Question is on the merchant household property worth 500 crores. Who did these people shake hands with? Did they take 20 to 40 crores from the underworld and bring very unsavory people into our life? No, because when you do advance, where is it legally documented? And if you're taking the money from the underworld or very unsavory people, how do you account for it? But if they did that, did they buy their green card or whatever it is they get for America? There is some visa for 5.5 crores. If so, how many people was that money taken and distributed amongst? They are people who do huge heist. Also, they are workers, professional scamsters, put to use by those who want to grab property. Yes! If you can't leave 96 lakhs, the boy who has done the cleaning of my house, you got him to sign on Kotak Bank demand drafts for my account. Then you calling me an outsider and a worker in my own home which I spent 96 lakhs. बेनाम तू है, बेनाम तू है. अब तू सिर्फ कक्का के अंदर, सुसु के अंदर, उल्टी के अंदर बैक्टीरिया पैरासाइट वही बनेगा. उसके अलावा तुमको दूसरा कोई फॉर्म मिलेगा ही नहीं. वो एक नर्क है 15 नर्कों जो तुमको जाके और रिन रिपो जो तुमने कमाया है तुमको वो चुकता करना है. जब तक तुम लोग वो चुकता नहीं करोगे, you will get no other form. It is an oath from my end. Make sure you understand it, whoever you may be. There are plenty of people waiting to put you in your place. लेकिन एक बेवकूफ बाय फ्री विल करे जो तुमने किया है. अब तुमको लाइन पे लगाना कैसे करते हैं वो तुमको दिखाऊं. United Breweries, again they screwed around with. I don't know who this Jeru is, screwed around with them. Malti auntie screwed around, brought them all grief on the back of what? NOC is always to do with property. Didn't we get in a reading कि ताज जो है at Apollo Bandar, that occupancy certificate was in the name, they moved it to the name of a waiter and a bearer. How is this country functioning? It cannot function. But then those who have functioned and honestly done the work of building this nation, neither will this land forgive you, nor will its those souls who have already gone into the afterlife, contributing everywhere. Your subsidies come out of the business class and highly paid professionals. With what rights do you do what you've done? What rights? Except high levels of lack of education, intelligence, knowledge. Scamsters from the lowest realms, habitual offenders. That's all your qualifications are. United Breweries is Kingfisher. I believe the guy who has pretended to be SL and SM, connected with Singapore, connected with San Francisco, connected with RF, that's Rocky Fernandez. They come and go from America, whether it is NYC, whether it is Washington. On whim and fancy, they have gone to Apollo Hospital as doctors to mess around big time. They have messed around with the 4 girls who are the daughters of the founder of Apollo Hospitals. And then whim and fancy as junior doctors, they come and go. Be careful. They're terrible beings. Horrendous means an understatement. And shameless. If they have not already done the damage, lucky you, but I think they have already done the damage. ये जो लौंडा है, shit. इसी का नेटवर्क से the shapeshifters keep changing form. It is from this cheap network. Garbage. Total garbage. Yes, my mother, this useless shit, has pretended to be Mr. Kiran Narottam Das Merchant, the duplicate. Responsible probably for taking the real Kiran Narottam Das Merchant from 2000 to 2009 underground. 2009, what is said? And you fed Rosie stale food. That's why JAYA.ADVANI, my sister, was holed up. That's also the place Kajol Mukherjee, the first or one of the few first, were holed up at. It's called Panvel. And she was alive for 1 year more after Ajay Devgan got married to a replica. That replica also has lots of churning. So one of them who was on the sets for Dilwale movie never made it back home. She was recently murdered. She was alive all this time. It is parallel to your 124 people going up in that airplane crash. With Errol's visit to India, SL and Kira were with him. They messed up this house during that time. They also messed up, I think, something to do with the IP address, because since then there's lots of problems in the noise factor in my home. 3 cameras have stopped working also. That chap is connected with IR, RF, radio frequency, whatever IR stands for. Messing around with technology wherever and wherever they can. They've been called criminals and terrorist supporters, or then workers for them. So 124 people plus 1 helicopter was shown to you as live news. But stealth mode, how many people went? Are you even aware of it? I am getting CMs and I am getting Commissioner of Police also. Don't know about Sanjay Kapoor. That was too much of a show. Just to ensure that it was a Mr. And she was a widowed Mrs. Malti Hiranandani. Who is at United Breweries? You need to check, simply because the real Kailash Hingorani has already moved to the afterlife. She was alive till January. January 2025. She has passed away. There is a lookalike of hers who has come into 2 movies to show who she is. Mrs. Kailash Hingorani would not have lived her life as Ritu Malia for most part of it. She was living her life as Mrs. Ritu Malia, I think, only for about 11 years. After that, the scamsters went, did whatever they had to do and changed places, stealth mode. Prior to that, she lived her life as Mrs. Hingorani for about maybe another 13-14 years. And before that, she was Miss Kailash Advani. That was for up to, I don't know what age she got married. Must be 21, 22, 23. So they have created problems on the NOC. It's stealing. These are the people who are responsible for it. You tell me one thing. How does somebody like a Rocky Fernandez, Agnello Fernandez, Tony Fernandez, Rosie Fernandez, and her one daughter, whose name I don't know, what gives them the access to biometricing themselves, rear door entry? Which place gives them that support? Surely not the Indian Parliament, where one of them or 2 of them shapeshift. Who gives them that support? That they can biometric their eyes to so many RSS, ATS people? Or then wear the ET of the ED, Enforcement Directorate, you know what that is? Then have such a pull where you can throw bones. Whether it is actual bones or it is the crushed bones, we don't know, of DGIGs, DGPs. And nobody knows better. be able to stand in for Jeff Bezos and Lawrence Sanchez? That's Bertila, connected with Regina. Come on man, you mustn't get scared. करे तो शोमैन बन के पूरे दुनिया के सामने करे. You're तो used to doing lots of dance drama. So we had Bertie. She's called Bertie. और बने सांचे कहाँ है? बेजोस तो बहुत पहले मर चुका है. Mr. Jeff Bezos and his lovely wife Scott McKinsey. Sanchez is still in a guni somewhere. Cyrus is next. Cyrus, if you're alive, Cyrus Mystery. Who you think is Rohika is not Rohika. She's not spelled. You know how your wife's name is spelled? Chagle, and not even Kagla, something of that sort. I'm not here to, they want to get rid of you. If you're incognito over there, I suggest you please get in touch with your local police, your head police. She's not who you think you are. Errol got you out from Qatar this time when he came to India. This Maltese grief is during, I think, 2007, 8, 9, 10. By then, the shapeshifters had already started doing a lot of haywire business. So my pendulum insists कि Cyrus अभी भी है. Is it talking given this timeline? Because we all know that Cyrus Mystery has been declared dead in 2022, parallel to my stay at Holiday Inn Racecourse at Bangalore, during which time there was a lookalike serving in my hotel room or doing the room service of delivering food. Till that time, until that news flash went off on screen about his death, and he's saying, hey, 1 minute, this guy looks little like that who was doing, there seems to be a similarity. Till that time, I didn't even know that a man called Cyrus Mystery actually exists. We all know Ratan Tata. So is it that the pendulum is saying that no, he's alive, they're planning to kill him because of the timeline in here? Or is he genuinely alive somewhere abroad? Then they're still planning to get rid of him. His wife is no more. Mr. Ratan Tata's name is not here. Ratan is there. Raten or Raton. Tiger. LTTE is something. Naxals or Naxals. Maoist. You'll wonder why I am not moving out of here. Because you must understand who the culprit is. Where the culprits come from. I don't think anything has tied in so easily the way it has over here. South America, though I told you before also, South Africa, Bertie and Murmu got before me. I don't know what the SG story is. I have no idea. Maybe as Akali has gone over there again, yet again to mess around. That's with Malti. So we are moving on from it. These guys have shapeshifted into the brewery house or then into Kingfisher and United Breweries and worked from there only. As they have done so, I have a feeling with Shapurji Palunji too. She's no more. Please don't take Rohika's name all the time in my home. If she has moved on to the afterlife, then let her rest in peace. My job is only to be a messenger according to whatever it is we get in these throws. Also, it is very disgusting if there are 20 people shape-shifting from a shitty background for a dead woman and nobody knows that. Then don't give the status of an earned birth of a high order and that also an advanced soul to cheapskates who just grab. Don't do that. Have that much. I think you should have little, at least little that much in you. I have a feeling if there is a man called Jeru who's of a high order, these guys must have gone shape-shifting for them. They have definitely gone, and this is RC's royal challenge. Not liking people who have a good birth. Bringing in crap, 20 of them for somebody of a good birth. And if it so happens that the one with the good birth, it's not entitlement. People work for it, so they get the birth. In the case of Rohika Chagla Mistry, doing a reading for 4 people, or what kind of souls they are, all 4 seem pretty appropriate. I got like a 5-year-old with some, weaknesses of a child. But then I've already told you I'm a young, I'm very young. As shown by Shirdi Sai Baba, I'm still the page, the page kind or knight kind of energy. So is Varsha, file name cat. Cyrus Mistri's energy was that of a preteen, which means a rebel without a cause and somebody who wants to kind of hold his own. He doesn't like people telling him what to do. He likes to do his own thing. He probably found Rohika Chagla Mistry, who is considered in those throes a very advanced soul, someone who has seen many births before, and so she's a very mature soul. So he would probably just want to be the rebellious teenager, or one who's just about to become a teenager, who has just become a teenager, and he doesn't, he needs to establish something for himself, about himself, and she's too mature for him. So I felt that reading, which was somebody else's reading on YouTube, was giving us the appropriate soul energy of each one of us. But then when you are a rebellious soul, in the spirit world, you are only about 11, 12, 13 years old. I think 11 and 12 years old. And you're trying to, you're in between the boy and the man. So if you understand, even in a normal life, a boy who is, going to become a teen, or he has become a teen, but he's yet to become a man. He's at an awkward age. How you handle that time is different for everybody. What we present to the world is a different thing. What we are at an atmic level is a different thing. The youngsters, and especially boys, like being adventurous. They'll do things differently. If addition to it, other than being very brainy, also very creative, then the whole ball game changes. Becomes a headache for the mature one. But then it becomes suffocating for that who is in between stages. Anyway, when you are in between stages, aren't you vulnerable to shaking hands with unsavory people? There's so many problems. Discernment doesn't let you know who you should be shaking hands with. The desire to just, establish something and be free can get you in the wrong company. JEURGRFTFRCUB mouse Naxil. I don't know about militant. I don't know if this is how militants are. I am the ox, but then I am not the only one born in the year 1973. My father is 37, but he's not the only one born in 37. I don't think we're interested in anything connected with government or anything government related, and no rebel activity. There's no need. Neither are we those who are hired as touts to do the government's dirty work. But if they converted a businessman's house rear to entry without asking, then that's not our problem. Maybe TF is involved in this. I am an ox, but I am not involved in this. I am connected with United Breweries because my father's sister got married into that family in her second marriage. SM is connected with it because his daughter got married into this family. Mr. SM Krishna, not SM. Mr. SM Krishna's daughter got married into this family. My father's sister got married into this family. Their mother and grandmother worked for our family. We are not connected with this kind of activity, nor militants, nor Maoists. It is our assets, or the lack of it, but the resources, the network, that was broken into by very filthy people. And then don't know why it wasn't ever sorted. This guy is not supposed to be in his body anymore. Maybe this chap has shapeshifted for him in America, because if you look at it very, very closely, you will see RG has a very nice open baby face. He's got a little Italian tinge to him ever since he was a child. Look at him at his grandmother's funeral, then look at him at his father's funeral. It's a nice open face. Then look at that face when he's sitting on the podium in America wearing something that's black. It's a completely different energy. It's not a nice one. That's the augur. That guy has stood in for so many people, and wherever he has stood in for people, it's not good stuff. If you want me to ask about RG, I can do it right now. RC is only royal challenge. When you challenge the royal, it means you're born in the opposite section of society. You're not royal yourself. Otherwise, you would not ever challenge the royal. And you wouldn't need to play so filthy to grab. RG himself, Rahul Gandhi himself, Jawaharlal Nehru is his grandfather, great grandfather. Indira Gandhi, his grandmother. राजीव गांधी एंड सोनिया गांधी, हिज पेरेंट्स, वो जो 10 जनपद है, कब से इनके घर बना है, और लुटियन फुटियन जो होता है, लोडी पोडी जो होता है, वो दिल्ली का जो कुछ भी है, ही इज़ तो बॉर्न इनटू इट, ही कांट बी आरसी. लेकिन टोनी फर्नांडिस, रॉकी फर्नांडिस, एग्नेलो फर्नांडिस, meow meow mew mew, their sister, whenever they are shape shifting and wherever they go, sometimes in the SKF group, sometimes in the SRK group, sometimes in the government, sometimes as raw, sometimes as the ATS, RSS, shamelessly ED also. Your tans have gone, 10 tans to be put in. It is amongst you only that is shape-shifting for Trump. There are 75 to 100 of you, boys and girls, co-ed, some of them from Regina Pacis, that my reading has confirmed. Rohika Chagla Mistry was in my home pretending to be Varsha because you misguided her about how you are badly being treated at my home, which is complete bloody bullshit. On the back of it, you trapped her only, getting rid of her husband first. You did the same thing with Sonia Gandhi. Sonia Gandhi volunteered to go play the role of Mrs. Anita Merchant to check out things herself based on hearsay. The falsity that you fed her. Same with Jeff Bezos. You brought him to University of Waikato to do checking, on the back of which you got rid of him. Can I ask you a question, Varsha? Or whoever is willing to answer. You are RG who's on the pendulum. I could make out only because you learned how to move it. Last time you didn't know how to move it. Okay, without wasting time, what I just want to ask RG is Rahul Gandhi. His great grandfather was Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru. His sister is Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. His brother-in-law is Mr. Robert Vadra. His mother is Mrs. Sonia Rajiv Gandhi. His father is Mr. Rajiv Indira Gandhi. And of course, great Mrs. Indira Gandhi is his grandmother. Okay, great. So you are in the afterlife? Am I stating any falsity over here? Am I being false about at least, your existence? I could misinterpret a situation, but about you being in the body, is it true you are in the afterlife? Your mother, Mrs. Sonia Rajiv Gandhi, is with you. Your sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is with you. Your sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is with you. Your sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is with you. The wife of Robert Vadra is with you. But the last time I checked with you, she was still in the human body. Is it true? You're telling me she has recently moved into the afterlife? The last time online on camera I checked with you if Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra was in the body. Didn't you say she's still in the body? Didn't I even say that you guys should offer food, the Italian food, whatever you like? Then after that I got no, I need to do that and offer the pasta and the whatever was suggested. You're telling me Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has moved into the afterlife. This happened what? In the last 15 days. Was Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra in the afterlife 1 month ago? Okay, so we'll offer some Italian food if you want. But would your kids now know that you're no more in the body? You are a recent entry, so you're a little slow on the pendulum. Okay, don't exert. What I'm trying to understand, you have rejoined with your husband, Mr. Robert Vadra. Both of you are together in the afterlife now. First he was in the afterlife, I understood. So you are with him now together. Your kids need to know this. But would they come to know with this pendulum now? Okay, I feel bad for them. Can I join you all soon? File name cat is saying no. She's saying after 15 years. Okay, I'm not getting into my situation. Will these people get caught soon? Whoever it is, these guys who are connected with, just 1 minute. The rats, that is, it's the Fernandeses who are to be blamed. Them and all their network. Catch one, everyone will come to know the 75 people who they have, they've taken Regina Pash's people also. Ex-students of Regina Pash's at Baikala, Bombay, boys and girls school. They're the ones who are doing the massacring and the heist and the grabbing, at least contributing to it. Rocky Agnello and Tony Fernandez are involved with their sister in this activity. Is Indian military capable of handling this? Should they take the cue and go ahead and deal with it? Is there anyone from the Indian military actually accessing these videos? So they know what they have to catch, at least as the start of the operation. I don't know how much deeper it goes into it. But there are people who are trustworthy in the Indian military who can access this. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the session over here so that I may come back in the evening. Are you okay with it? I need to take a break right now. So are you okay with me getting back in the evening? Can I ask you one thing, just in case you can see me from spirit? Am I wearing a yellow t-shirt today? I know it sounds very mundane. Am I wearing a red and white t-shirt today? Great. So thanks for your input. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close the session over here and get back in the evening in all probability. Okay, great. So it's true, I'm wearing a red and white t-shirt. Okay. So I'm going to close this over here. It's mighty upsetting, to tell you quite frankly. Before I close this session, we need to just establish that this is an outcome of the throw. So I will show you what's on the screen when we initially threw. Okay, so you see, let me just put that on pause. So it says EU B mu CM SRL X GON GON RTT JA IR RF. I'll just have to rework this over here. Okay, so we just work with this. EU SR L CM B EU GON JA IR, RF, RTT, and X. So just to make this easier for you to understand, EU, CM, BE, EU, GON, JA, X, RTT, IRF. That's the same as that. So just to establish that this is not a joke, the first part has been put up. It's 1 hour 31 minutes. Put up yesterday. Today is 15th of July. Okay, what's on screen? Is how what we asked about RG and about Priyanka Gandhi. Last I checked, she was around. Now she's not. So that was just represented, taking it back to the very beginning of the throw to show you we are working within the thrown Scrabble pieces yesterday, today being the 15th. Okay, so I'm closing this over here.